Let's go indeed. Welcome back to Allegiant Stadium, day 2 of our Big 12 Media Days coverage from the home of the Las Vegas Raiders, alongside former NFL and BYU wide receiver stand-up Austin Collie. I am Spencer Linton. We now welcome in the head football coach at Brigham Young University. He is Kalani Sitake. Coach, welcome to Media Days officially.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun, man. I can't believe it. It was a short trip for us, so that's nice. I'm glad that they came out this way for me.
They came out west.
Yeah.
Hey, you're rocking the suit. It's air-conditioned inside, but it's hot outside. Walk me through the idea to go with suits this year.
I think last year I was like trying to decide. Remember, last year I said I was trying to lose weight, and so I was like, oh, I can't wait to fit in this. This year I just kind of came to the reality and said, it's not going to happen. I'm just going to go get a suit that's going to fit this body and kind of rock with it.
You call up Mr. Mack and you say, hey, just give me the use.
Yeah, give me something that's blue that I look good in and that can hide a little bit of my belly fat.
You just spoke to the general media contingent up on the big table. Collectively speaking, what was their biggest question for you and BYU football as you enter year 2 of Power 4 football?
I think a lot of them want to know, what we're going to be, how we're going to be different than last year. That's the kind of feel I got. Even at the end of the questioning, there was, I think when the media votes, they don't know what we know, and so I think and I said it'd be pointless for me to get angry at them when they don't know what I know. So. I'm excited to see them, for them to see what I've seen already. The learning process from year 1 to year 2, it's a natural thing that already happens. The guys now they have something to compare it to. I mentioned before that is uncharted territory. Now they know what it's like. They know when we talked about depth and talked about being competitive and talking about physical and talking about consistency. Now they know exactly what to look at and how to compare it. And I think they saw where they could have done better last year, especially in the offseason. And I saw our guys in January approach the offseason conditioning way different than they've done before, lean a little bit more on the details, on the little things, listen to our strength coaches, our sports scientists, things like that, and try to find ways to get to be in a position where they can perform at their best. And we know that this is going to be physical, but we also know we need more depth. But there's ways to create depth. That's in development and also getting new talent. And then when you get to competition, the guys are going to be playing at their best. So all those things, that I think people just want to know what we're about. I still think we're unknown to them. And I mentioned it before. We haven't done anything to earn the benefit of the doubt right now. So we're the new guys, and until we can show them what we're going to be and do that consistently, we're trying to find a way to earn that respect and the benefit of doubt. But you don't do it by getting them angry at the way it was voted. You just need to change some minds in the way we do it. I like what the guys have done in the offseason. I like what we've done in spring ball. You've seen it. You've seen how we perform. And it was a physical spring ball. Everything was just more physical. I didn't even have to say it. They just knew that our walkthroughs were more physical.
Yeah.
Like, the guys, it's like trying to keep guys up and from hitting. It was a hard thing to do because the guys know the sense of urgency. They know what's coming up. And that's something that you couldn't generate last year. And so I'm thankful that it's here, and I'm thankful that the players, the intrinsic motivation has been unbelievable. I'm excited. I just can't wait till the season already.
That was one of the things that I was going to ask you, right? Because I think that's one of the hot topics of discussion, especially now with 4 new teams coming in from the Pac-12. The transition going into the Big 12 that first year, was there anything that kind of stood out or surprised you that maybe you didn't anticipate? Obviously, level of play talent you knew was going to be there. You knew you were going to be playing against bigger guys, especially in the box on the front 7. But was there anything that really took you back coming into the Big 12?
Well, I think we already knew that we were going to be a physical team. But you just can't hang your hat on being the more physical team. That's kind of the standard now. Everyone's going to be physical. Everyone's going to be tough. And so you can't just think that you're going to show up and be committed to physicality, that it's going to work out in your favor. They're all that same way. So the beast is different than what you've seen. And I don't know how to tell people that. I compared it as being a father for the first time. You could study, and being a parent for you can study as much as you want. And we have very strong opinions when we were without kids, right? Yeah. I mentioned that I didn't mean to talk about it, but it's just like I remember having strong opinions and being like, oh, why are these people bringing their kids into the theater? Their kids aren't well behaved. Just tell them to be quiet. And then I became a father. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is way harder than everything. The books didn't tell us this part.
Yep.
So you kind of just have to go through that experience. But the one thing that stood out to me that wasn't not a surprise, but that made me feel really confident is that our fan base is awesome.
Yeah.
And as we traveled to places and played on different venues and played at home, they've been power conference from day one, and I've been really proud of them, man. And so we just want to make them happy. Myself and the players want to perform for them, and we're excited. And I can tell you, they've made some great decisions, some sacrifices along the way, and I just really don't want to just keep talking about it. I just want to get to it, you know.
Yeah.
But I think the sacrifices, the decisions, the things that they've done, it'll all pay off. The hard work, it'll all pay off, and we'll all see it in the season.
Biggest improvement or biggest room improvement, both on the defense and offensive side, what would you say during this offseason?
Well, the commitment up front.
Okay.
That's the. I know that offensively, if you don't have the guys that feel confident up front for you, then you can't really. It's hard to go into a game not knowing and not being sure about every facet of your game.
Yeah.
You got to be able to know that on the call sheet I can call anything, and this is going to be really strong. That's why we made some decisions to change a few things, but also bring in certain players and competition. And then we have to be creative in finding ways to get our guys to be in the best position and create consistency. We've done it. I said it before in the media days with the general media group. I just said that I would be really concerned if we weren't able to compete at all. But now that we know that we've done it before, it wasn't like we were overwhelmed completely by the talent and the physicality of the game during the season. We just didn't we weren't able to do it consistently, you know. So it's like if you've never dunked a basketball, how you know how to get better at it. We can dunk the basketball. We just need to figure out a way to make it part of our game and make it a competitive advantage for us.
I think that's one thing that BYU fans don't. I mean, they don't have the luxury of watching the film, right? I was able to have that luxury watching film every week with Chase, and I don't think BYU fans realize just how close we were 1 to 2 plays away from being in it and actually winning some of those games. The first game to come to my mind is Texas, right? Like, you know, the scoreboard may not have shown it, but we're 2 plays away from being right there till the last second, right, and winning that ball game. So
there's some games that we just put ourselves in a bad position to fight back from. So those are all learning moments, and my job as a head coach is to make it so it's consistent and that we can do it over and over and over again, and that we can be in a position to win more games. Now, 5-7, I can tell you one thing: we learned some lessons being 5-7. That if we would have been 7-5, I don't know if we make the same decisions.
Interesting.
You know, so that kind of that allowed me to look at things a little bit more and then not give such a free pass on a lot of things, that the different variables to our success. And then I'm still learning as a head coach still. I mean, I'm going in my 9th year, but I'm still learning. I'm not immune from it.
Competition,
so I'm trying to get better. And so I've done things that I wish I could do better. And I'm still trying to learn. I've asked your opinion on a lot of different things.
Yeah.
I've asked your opinion. I mean, I want to learn as much as I can and get our guys in a better position. And there's not one little thing that is the answer, but there's a bunch of them. And my job is to get all of them, the little details, to get in a better position so we can have success.
And I don't know how much you can even tell us, because there's very much a quarterback battle brewing, but clearly we put out a poll question. It was like, hey, what do you want to know from BYU football and media days? Like an update on the quarterback battle.
Yeah,
so we're asking the fan question to you.
Yeah.
What update can you give us in the battle for the starting quarterback position?
Well, I mean, I mentioned 4 quarterbacks because we have depth there now, and I feel good about them. But not just depth, but all 4 of those guys have started and played in college football games, and not just one, a number of them, right? So this isn't going to be brand new for them. So if we ever get to the 4th quarterback, which I hope we don't, unless by choice, right? Then we know we can count on those guys, that they're actually ready for that moment. It's hard to ask a newbie to come in and say, hey, never played college football before. This is your first moment to be a starter. We had to do that last year. And that's unfair to Jake Nick Retzloff. And so now we're in a position where we have more guys there. The quarterbacks are looking better than ever, and Gary's improved quite a bit from spring ball to now. He's a lot more healthy. He's a lot more confident. And then those guys are getting their time in. They're getting their workouts in. And they're getting their timing more importantly, with the receivers and the tight ends and the running backs. And as they start working together, you can kind of see there's just this overall, I mean, you've been through it, Austin, where you just have this comfort level of which quarterback. I mean, our guys now look and say, okay, this is the quarterback. I can expect the ball this time, and it's going to be a different spin, a different trajectory than a normal. And you get
sixth sense,
and you have to just do that. You just have to put the work in. Our guys are putting in the work, and I'm hoping it's going to show when we take the field.
If you had to put a timetable on it, when is the ideal date to name a starter for game number 1 at quarterback?
As soon as possible. I would love it had been yesterday. But, I think doing our part is making sure that everyone gets a shot to do it, and then seeing how we can improve with everything else. I mean, 1 through 4, they're really talented. So let's see, can we get them, all 4 of them, to get better, and then see which the best one is. But we've been in years that we've had to play all 4. We've had to go on the string. So now we're in a position, I hope we don't get there, but other than by choice, I would love to do it by choice, which means that things are going well for us on the field.
Yeah, I love the parallel of what BYU basketball did when they were picked to finish 13th, and football being picked to finish 13th. Why not go shock some people?
Just a number, baby.
Hey, I understand why they did that, but we know exactly what we got going on.
Let's go.
And I think just having that feeling of just the connection with the players, you see it from our guys. Everybody's undefeated right now, but we're feeling really confident going into this year.
Coach, great to talk with you.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by,
Great to have you at Allegiant Stadium. I know your dad loves this place. He loves this team, so this has extra meaning for your family to be here.
This place, like, you think about it, here in Vegas, this has been some pretty cool moments. We had played Arizona here, and we played Notre Dame here. I remember it was a home game for Notre Dame, and we came out, and the BYU fans showed up, man. They gave us a certain amount of tickets, and our new players are just like, I thought this was a home game for Notre Dame. It's like, if the tickets are available, our people will show up. And that's, I go back BYU, to the point before, our fans are awesome. We want to make them happy, and let's get there.
Awesome. Kalani, appreciate the time, brother.
Appreciate it, guys. Go Cougs.